And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fowl Territory 334. Salute to veterans. I am your host, Gizzard Gary, and it is Monday, November the 10th. It is the day before Veterans Day, and it is also, if I can find my logo here, it is the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. So, yeah, big day all the way around. So, for any Marines out there and for everybody, happy 250th birthday to the United States Marine Corps. So, anyway, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see who's out here in the show so far. We got the gun snob out there. He says, let's get this party started. We have Rich White out there saying Ruby, Ruby, Roo. We have Dale Pogue. We have Alaska One Andy. We have Pack Rats Attic. We have Justin Lowe out there. And we have Alex Parlin out in the audience. All right. So that's the first few we have so far. So welcome one and all to this show. Let's go ahead and welcome my panel for this evening. The first one in comes to us from low in the valley of West Virginia. He is a host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel, which happens some Sundays anyway. So let's say hello to Rich White. Good evening.
Hello. Are we doing a war movie bracket tonight?
Hadn't thought about it. I don't know if I've seen it. Well, I've seen my share of war movies because Dad was heavily into that stuff. But anyway, welcome aboard. Thank you for your service. And early happy Veterans Day to you. It's actually tomorrow is Veterans Day. So,
Yep.
But I'm not on tomorrow. So we're going to celebrate it tonight. We're going to get going a little early. All right. So we have Kent out there in the audience. So welcome to Kent. And our next victim or panelist or whatever you want to call him here, he comes to us from the Keystone State. There you go. Right on cue, man. He's good. I tell you what. That or he's used to me. One or the other anyway. He's a host of whatever he likes to call his chat out there on the Guns and Barbecue channel. He is a photographer, blind guy photography. He also a barbecue cook, hence the name. So let's say hello to Guns and Barbecue. Good evening.
Good evening. I would not call myself the victim. Pretty sure your entire viewing audience is now the victim. You're welcome.
They tuned into this mess, so they get what they get. Let's say hello all the way from down under. Hello to TJ Fishing. G'day. Also, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, yeah, he's kind of dead, but Ozzy Osbourne is still with us. So let's say hello to him barking at the moon out there. And so far, we got 10 people out there. We are also streaming to Facebook and X.com. Rich White lost his logo.
Yeah, I hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, you broke it. Justin Lowe wants to know, where are you from in West Virginia, Rich?
Kaiser area.
Kaiser area. Is that like a roll?
Not quite. It's spelled Kaiser, but it's pronounced Kaiser.
Kaiser. Okay. Very good. All right. Well, fair enough. Well, where is that in West Virginia?
That's right as you're starting to get into the eastern panhandle.
Yeah, tell us right where your house is, Rich. Give us GPS coordinates to it so we can get there, would you please?
Start with longitude and with latitude, please.
Yeah.
And let's say hello to Denny's Plant-Based Journey. Good evening. So we got 11 people here. They're starting to file in slowly but surely. That's my name, and don't call me Shirley.
Roger.
Roger over. We have a member anniversary for Abigail Finnegan. She has been a member for 38 months. Thank you, Abigail.
Wow.
Thank you very much. That's a long time.
It is.
That's over 3 years.
That's what she said.
I did that math all by myself, by the way. Didn't use a calculator. How about that? But that's definitely dedication, and I appreciate it. So, looks like we've got some other people rolling in. I see 223 DMR is out there. Pack Rats Addict says overdone. Overdone. There you go. I like it. All right. What's going on, guys?
I don't know.
Well, Rich White's got the United States Army insignia. I see.
That's actually the Army flag, but it doesn't fit all the way in that circle.
I feel like he's trying to start a fight.
He's trying to make it bigger than the Marine Corps emblem up there. If you're just
We're
coming in,
older.
yes, today is the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. So if we got any Marines out there, say hello to you. I can't say Semper Fi because I'm not a Marine, but I do appreciate all the service people out there. By the way, if you're going to send Gorn, I am encouraging people to send Veterans Day related Gorn. So if you want to send a picture of you or a family member in your Army uniform or something like that, and you care to share it, you can certainly do that this evening, or you can send regular Gorn, either one. I don't care. So we have Hillbilly Up is out there. All right. Good evening. My neighbor over to the east, a little to the south. So we're starting to get a shindig going on here. We got 13 people out there in the audience, and anything going on in the world you guys want to tell me about that I don't already know? It's cold. It got down to 23 degrees here today.
Yeah, we got a possibility of snow tonight.
Possibility, lucky son of a bit.
We had a high of 41.
You already getting?
Yeah, we were supposed to get 12 inches last night. Thank God we didn't. We got a dusting, but right when it was time to head out to wrestling practice, this guy's decided to open up, and we've been getting pounded ever since.
Oh, damn.
I want to say hello to J Delta 22 NC. The Coconut Man is out there. Abigail says bridges are closed due to ice in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah, they get ice and stuff in Jacksonville.
They get ice and stuff in Jacksonville? Wow.
Yep.
Dang. That's brutal. Wow. Wow. Abigail says snow is the only thing that's 12 inches in white. Wow. I think she might have just won the interwebs. Wow. I don't have a comeback for that. I don't. There's funny. I don't care who you are, folks. All right. Well, let's see. TJ says 85 degrees there. Wow.
Yeah, well, they're heading into summer where we're heading the opposite
That's
direction.
true. That is true. So I have an article. And this time I did not go to Bearing Arms to get this article. So this is actually from usacarry.com. And it says a concealed carrier caught after K9 detects gun at Highland Park, Illinois high school game. Okay, so.
What? They can do that? I thought the dogs couldn't do that.
Yeah,
in Highland Park, Illinois, a man licensed to carry a concealed firearm was escorted from school grounds and now faces a misdemeanor charge after bringing a handgun to a high school football game at Walters Field on Friday, October the 4th. According to a statement from Township High School District 113, a K9 weapons detection team on routine patrol alerted to the presence of a firearm as the man approached the entrance to the Highland Park High School varsity football game. The team is regularly deployed at large extracurricular events as part of the district's security measures. District security and Highland Park police responded quickly. Upon questioning, the individual admitted he was carrying a concealed weapon. Law enforcement confirmed he held a valid Illinois concealed carry license, but he was nonetheless removed from the area without incident. According to the Record North Shore, The Highland Park Police Department later confirmed that the individual was charged with violating the terms of his concealed carry license, a misdemeanor offense under Illinois law, which prohibits the possession of firearms on school property by anyone other than law enforcement officers performing official duties. He was released at the scene and is scheduled to appear in court in November. District 113 Superintendent Dr. Chala Holland praised the swift and coordinated response of the K-9 team, school security, and local police, stating their actions ensured the game continued safely and without disruption. Illinois law is clear. Firearms are strictly prohibited on school grounds, regardless of concealed carry status. Even those with valid permits can face criminal charge if they carry in these restricted areas. This incident underscores the importance of being fully aware of where you can and cannot legally carry. As concealed carriers, the responsibility to stay within the law rests with us. Entering a restricted area, even unintentionally, with a firearm, can lead to criminal charges, the loss of your concealed carry license, and other legal consequences. Every carrier should regularly review local and state laws, especially regarding sensitive locations like schools. While it is your choice whether to take that risk, know that the legal system will not treat the offense lightly if discovered. So, can't carry at high school football games, at least in Illinois.
Can't do that at any high school football
Can't do it
game.
here either. But
No.
It's federal law, 1,000 feet of a school.
Any school event, whether it's during school hours or not.
Dill Poke says Gizzard Gary is pulling a hillbilly. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm not muted, so maybe he's got the sound turned off. I don't know.
I don't know.
We got Ron 2A Matters out there in the audience. We also have gun websites out there. And obviously we have Dale Pogue. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody else out there. Abigail says, my defense is my responsibility. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. She also says, if it's in a holster, leave people alone. Denny says, can't carry at school events, games, large events, etc. in Texas either. I pretty much presumed it was that way almost everywhere. But it is news to me that they've got gun detecting dogs out there. But,
Yeah, I'm so glad that I didn't carry on Amtrak. I could have totally gotten busted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it doesn't sound like they made a huge deal out of it, other
No,
than they slapped him with a misdemeanor charge.
Yeah, he's lucky if that's all they got him, if that's all they're charging him with, especially in Illinois.
They didn't cuff him and stuff him anyway. So
I'm waiting to see if, is that all they hit him with for now?
That's
and I'm
what
guessing
saying.
he
He's
didn't
lucky
get
if-
to see the football game
Sorry.
either. So
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He's lucky if that's all he gets, especially in Illinois.
didn't something else happen in Highland Park, Illinois, not long ago? That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, that was where the guy decided at the Christmas parade that he was going to run his car into a bunch of people.
Abigail says, even the misdemeanor is too much. All gun laws are infringement. Well, that is true. Denny says, especially Illinois, he could have lost his permit or do jail time. G-Web says, my dogs are trained to sniff out 9mm, so I know who to stay away from. It's easy to train them for that since 9mm is so stinky. I love it. But
He must be training them with Russian 9mm ammo.
now, the way I understand the law, I want to say hello to Calamity Jean out there. Ozzy says that's a Chicago suburb. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding that gun-free zones, if at least in my state, if you have a concealed carry license, you can carry through into a gun-free zone in your vehicle as long as it never leaves your vehicle. You cannot get out of your vehicle inside said gun-free zone or go into any buildings or anything like that. But you're allowed to, like, drive through
Right here in West Virginia, I can have my gun on me in the parking lot of the school as long as I don't get out of
As
the
long as you
car.
don't get out of the vehicle, right? So, but it is important that you take that stuff. That's one of the benefits of going to a concealed carry class is they do cover things like that. So let's see. G Web says Highland Park has the park with the highest elevation in Illinois. I assume. Maybe.
There's a Highland Park in Pittsburgh too. It's where the Pittsburgh Zoo is located, and it's not exactly the highest point in the city.
Packrat's Addict says G Web's puppy missed my 9mm when we had lunch. Yeah.
I just thought Highland Park was where all the Scottish Illinois people went.
TJ Fishing said that dogs detect gunpowder as well as.
Oh, you're roboting.
roboting. Did we lose
Yeah.
Gary? Hey, you
Oh.
you were roboting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I still roboting?
No, but your
He's back.
screen, your video was freezing too. So
Not on my side. Anyway, said the dogs detect gunpowder as well as explosive ordnance. I worked with EOD dogs, and so somebody brought up because Coleon Noir did a video on this today, and somebody brought up in his comments, how do the dogs not smell the firearms that the LEOs are carrying? Do they just automatically ignore them, or how does that work?
well, I would assume they're trained to ignore those ones. I don't know.
Because they're not carrying 9mm. That's probably why. So anyway. Well, what do you guys think about that? You guys got any comments on that?
I think we already made them.
We'll make some more.
I find it
We got
interesting
to fill some time here.
because may or may not know some people that do carry at, whether it be a football game or basketball game, whatever. With that, there's always that concern. Like, what if, something happens? Just let's say something happened where you had to use it. You could have been totally justified, but because of where you are, you could still face some serious charges. And a case like this could be ripe for the pickings to try and run up to the Supreme Court. I don't see it happening, though. And I also think it would be interesting to, if it did, see it go up there, just because it would challenge some of the sensitive places. You get to say, well, yes, this is on school property, but this is an after-school event, et cetera, et cetera. Which then, one of the things that would intrigue me with it would be the fact that they did have law enforcement there, which that's not always the case. And I believe this article said, like, for high-profile things, so maybe this was like a rivalry game or something, that they decided we need the extra security. But with that, if this individual was like, this wasn't the only time, I've done it, dozens or hundreds of times, who knows, and have that go to the Supreme Court. What happened?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
Oh.
The kitten's on my lap and she just jumped for some reason.
I gotcha. But if it went to the Supreme Court, because it would be interesting to hear them talk about the sensitive places stuff again, because one of their arguments was, well, if we have law enforcement there, and in that case, I wouldn't see it going the way that we'd want to, or this guy would want to. But at the same time, if this was just a situation where they just happened to have law enforcement there that day, like I said, it'd be very interesting.
Now, Hillbilly had the comment. He says, been listening to several podcasts that has World War II veterans as a guest. Wow, there's still any alive.
Yeah.
It was my surprise that I've heard 3 different of those veterans on different podcasts say they carried the high power 9mm pistol.
Yeah, there were some that were carried. Usually in Europe, they would have been supplied by the British if it was needed as part of
They
it.
were called jesters.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, any World War II veterans would have to be almost 90 on up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. G-Web says our dogs sometimes carry guns. Agorizer is out there, says salute Gizzard and all the cluckers. Abigail said, did the Supreme Court decide years ago that cops have no legal duty to protect you?
Yeah, something
Yes.
along those
Yeah,
lines.
something like that.
That was after Parkland.
Jacob S. is out there. He's going to try to win that giveaway again tonight, probably. Abigail says, my grandpa Bill was a World War II vet. He was born in 1918. So yeah, by the way, we are having a giveaway. In case you didn't read the crawl going across the screen, hashtag FT334 to enter tonight's giveaway. Chance to win the Aegis Gun Care Cleaner and Lubricant Combo Kit and some other assorted stuff. And Pack Rat's Attic says, my dad was a World War II veteran. He would have been 100 this year. And my dad would have been 102 this year.
My grandfather would have been in his 90s. He tried to enlist when he was 14.
G-Web says, remember, a bunch of World War II guys joined when they were 14. There were no real records back then.
Yeah, my grandfather tried to when he was 14. He got caught by his father because somebody squealed and told my great-grandfather that he was trying to sign up. This was like right after Pearl Harbor.
David Duff out there. So, by the way, just a little bit of a teaser. You might want to tune in if you're a channel member. Wednesday night, there's possibly going to be something new. You can find it out on either my member stream or on Ron Wayne's member stream. And that's all I'm going to say. I can't reveal anything else about that, but there's something new coming up. So if you're a channel member, tune in Wednesday night and you'll find out. TJ Fishing says, my great uncle was only 16 when he was killed in France. Speaking of Ron Wayne, there he is right there. So, yeah, we was just talking about, I was giving a little bit of a teaser that something new is going to be revealed on Wednesday night on our member stream. So if you're a member, make sure and be there so you can find out what it is. And it's top secret. I can't tell you about it. I have it, but I can't show it to you.
Then he says, what, Minnie is getting married?
It's not quite that special, but that's funny. That's very funny. No, something kind of cool. I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, if you want to be one of the first to know, become a channel member.
Robot Chicken.
99 cents, all it costs you.
You do a Robot Chicken, you're going to get hit with a copyright from Cartoon Network.
Pack Rat's Addict said, my dad tried to enlist on December the 8th, but they denied him since he was a railroad, and 2 years later he got drafted. He was a railroad?
Whoa.
Wow.
So
hopefully a railroader and not a railroad.
Yeah. Hey, he might be a tank engine, you know. You never know.
It could be. But, oh, look who's out there. The official YouTube compliant department, or complaint department, I think it's supposed to be, is out
compliant.
there.
It says compliant.
It says compliant. It works either way, really. But really, it's boomstick. Don't tell anybody, though. Gerald Muir is out there, by the way, and G-Web said they didn't draft steel rails back then. No, they didn't. Railroad worker. Okay, there we go. All right, very good. So
So
yeah,
he's not Scott the Tank Engine then?
evidently not. Uh-oh. I got a problem over here on the giveaway tool.
Uh-oh.
Says I have to refresh the page. Hopefully I didn't lose. Never had that happen. It's still got 9 entries. It's still working. Okay. All right. Not really too alarming. So let's see if we can find something else to talk about. Let's just go to bearingarms.com and see what they got over there. Shall we? Okay, so there's the choices we got here. Let's see. South Africa's gun registration scheme a train wreck, yet people want that here? That's one of those stories. Meet some of the Democrats in Minnesota opposed to Waltz's semi-auto ban. We have taking shot at stand your ground laws need more basis in fact than this. Connecticut's Democrat Attorney General puts gunmaker on notice. And University of Miami, Ohio student op-ed gets it right on local gun control. Any of those sound good?
The student.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
This last one? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. Okay. So this is today, written by Tom Knighton. And it says, gun rights advocates by and large are also big supporters of preemption. The idea that gun control laws cannot and should not be passed by local governments is important, if for no other reason than to keep people from finding themselves in trouble because they stopped for gas in the wrong city while traveling through the state. A patchwork of various gun control laws is navigable for most people when it's a city-by-city thing. It's bad enough on a state-by-state basis, but when you have to check every little town you're traveling through, it's ridiculous. But a lot of local governments seem to want to do just that. Interestingly, I came across a student op-ed from the University of Miami in Ohio that seems to get that, even if the writer is pretty anti-gun overall. Okay, and reading from this article, the general public in the state are not supportive of the city's attempts to pass stricter gun laws. The current court case, Columbus versus Ohio, showcases this. When Columbus attempted to enact the law putting a cap on magazine purchases and requiring guns to be safely stored out of children's reach, the lower trial court stopped the application of this ordinance, claiming the restrictions were unconstitutional. Not only is Ohio fighting stricter regulations, but it is actively passing legislation that supports looser gun laws. Showcasing this statement is a passage of Senate Bill 58, which prevents banks from tracking when people purchase firearms and prohibits gun owners from having to buy special insurance. With even looser gun regulations being passed, it is obvious that Ohio and its citizens enjoy their gun rights. If these rights were to be challenged in any way, these citizens would vehemently protest to their representatives. These lawmakers who want to be reelected will be persuaded not to support more restrictive legislation. Overall, giving cities the right to create their own gun regulations will not reduce the amount of gun violence in urban areas. If people wish to own something illegal in the city, all they have to do is travel outside city limits, buy it, and bring it back. Yeah. For gun violence to be reduced, a statewide initiative that supports stricter gun regulations would have to be put in place. However, you risk running into the same problem. And this is completely accurate. This is 100% true, and I applaud the author for seeing that, even if she gets it wrong on plenty else. However, she doesn't go far enough in her criticisms of locally passed gun control. First, let's assume for the sake of argument that you believe gun control is good and necessary. I don't, but roll with me on this for a moment. All a local government can do is pass misdemeanors. That means a fine that can't be above a certain limit and less than a year in prison. It also does nothing to prevent someone from going into a gun store and buying a gun lawfully afterward. Even if the state decided to extend the prohibited list to include those who violate local gun control laws, that wouldn't apply if they simply moved to another state. Meanwhile, the police will have to deal with local ordinance violators who will be back out on the streets in no time at all and still be able to buy guns lawfully. Now, couple this all with the fact that criminals don't actually obey laws in general, including gun control laws, and what you end up with is a case of local lawmakers trying to look like they're doing something about violent crime without having to actually do anything about violent crime. The only reason to pass local gun control is either so they can keep their jobs or move to a higher office. That's it. That's what this really boils down to. What do you think about that? True? False?
Mm-hmm.
All the above.
All the above. All right.
Yeah. It looks like Ohio's trying to copy off of us.
TJ Fishing says, it's my 25th wedding anniversary today. I got married on Remembrance Day, so I would not forget. Well, on behalf of the show, happy anniversary, TJ Fishing and Mrs. TJ Fishing.
Congratulations!
My youngest daughter did something similar. She got married on her birthday. Heaven help her husband. Not only would he get their anniversary, but also her birthday.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool stuff out there. So, all right. Did I miss anything else out there in the chat? Let's see. G-Web says, if it's easier, you could just give stuff to me. Well, if you win the giveaway, I will give it to you. You got to talk to Jacob first, though. G-Web says that article is echo chamber. In my opinion, he didn't say much about how to change that dynamic. You guys agree or disagree with that? You guys have any opinions at all?
All the above.
Well, you guys are just balls of fire tonight.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, is there a way to change that?
Bracket, I know, but
at the end of the day, is there really a way to change that when politicians are going to look to advance their careers? So doing the things to rally their base and whatnot, like we see all the time, those things are going to happen. And like I said, is there really a way to change that?
G-Web's how to change that? Yes. Well, you have a link if you want to come on here and tell us. He said, don't make me get up and join. Is that a threat? You're welcome. You got a link, sir. You can join if you want to. He says, I'm tired. Okay.
Rich has wee hockey elbow.
Well, that is true.
I remember when I was in college, I wrote a paper about the unconstitutionality of gun control, and I got a perfect score on it.
Always making it about yourself, son of a...
Yep.
Calamity Jean says, we are snowed in here on the ridge. Some of the roads are closed here. Wow. The winter storms are hitting early. I wish we'd get some snow. I'd be all right with that.
I hate snow.
I used to like it. Then I lost my vision.
I used to like it when I was a kid. Then when it got to be where I was in my teens and I was the one that had to shovel this shit, I don't like it anymore.
Well, what's that got to do with snow? You think you just wouldn't like shit?
No, shovel the snow.
Shovel the show? Yeah. That's tough. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Got you with your golden shuffle, huh?
Yeah. You tried doing the curly shuffle in snow. It doesn't work well.
Denny says, "I'd love to see snow and be shut in a few days, but that isn't happening here in West Texas. No, probably not.
No, you need to move up to the Panhandle for that.
That's just as good as being in Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma Light.
See?
So all you people in the Texas Panhandle, I don't want the hate mail. Send it to
We said it in stereo. Makes it true.
gmail.com. There we go.
Yeah. TJ Fishing says he hears that yellow snow is bad. Yeah,
I've
you don't want to
heard
eat
that
that.
too.
Unless you're a rabbit on the tail of an airplane. If you guys remember that commercial for that one airline that used to be one of those real cheap ones back in the day where they had the animals on the tail fins. And there was one commercial where they're talking about snow and stuff or winter. And the one tail had a rabbit on there, and the rabbit goes, "Eating yellow snow," and everybody's like, "I don't think that's that's not lemon flavor."
Wow. Wow. M. Gabriel is out there, by the way. We got 29 people watching this mess. Wow.
What?
Yeah, and all 29 of them are on YouTube. Nobody on Facebook, nobody on X right now. So, how about that? YouTube compliant department says woke up to 1 to 2 inches of snow this morning in Ohio. Calamity says you can have it. Bearpaw has to drive in it. I never said I wanted to drive in it. That's a great thing about being retired. I can look at the snow outside. I can decide whether or not I want to go out or not. Or I can wait until they've bladed all the roads and everything. Back in the old days, I used to have to leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning and try to drive to work before they bladed a lot of the roads. That was fun. Gee, I miss work. Not. Hillbilly says, I love seeing the snow-covered mountains on the TV.
Yeah, I don't like looking out the window and seeing the snow-covered mountains, though.
Let's see. There's an article about says Harry Sisson explodes after Senate votes to reopen the government. This moment exposes. Oh, that's a video, and we can't watch no video.
You don't want to watch his videos anyway.
No, I really don't. But yes, I did hear the government is reopening.
Well, it's got to go through the House and everything again. So.
It'll pass. It'll pass. Agrizer says, I like the snow-covered mountains on my beer can. We only got 12 people entered in the giveaway. Wow. Got 29. We got 32 people watching. Denny says, wait, was it shut down? Yeah, that's what I heard.
Amy was getting scared because somebody told her that if it wasn't open by December 1st, I wasn't going to get my VA payment on the 1st. Wait and see what happens.
Hillbilly said, did you say Harry Sissy? That should be his name. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I most certainly should.
I'm hoping that giveaway tool's working. I've seen a couple of people put hashtags out there. I'm not seeing it change. Living in Southwest Virginia is out. Yeah, I just saw it change when he entered his. Okay, it's working. Okay, yep, it's advancing. Good deal, because I know it quit earlier. So Denny said they had all the little old ladies at church scared, thinking they wouldn't get their Social Security checks. Well, I had never heard anything about that.
That was in question come December 1st, too. Apparently, they were running out of the funds that they had already allocated for Social Security and VA.
Well, hopefully we won't have to worry about anything.
Well, that's just remarkable that with the passing of a bill magically there's just plenty more funds. They just pulled out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can print
Like-
some more now.
I was gonna say it's like it's just made up money.
Mm-hmm.
Denny says, "Yep, the fund was supposedly coming to an end." Agrizer says, "Don't worry, the Ponzi won't be allowed to die." Packrat's Addict says, "I wonder how the young jerks are responding to the reopening of the government."
Antifa or the Young Turks? Which Young Jerks is he
I
referring
think the
to?
Young Turks is who he's referring to, but I'm not sure. Let's say hello to G Webbs. Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, welcome aboard. So,
If Barbecue wants to do a show on that, we should do a show on that. Maybe on your Thursday shows or something. But how
What's
to
that?
change, basically the Overton window, but like how to change the narrative so that we're not. I call it echo chamber mainly because we've all heard that description of the status quo before, right? Like, so we don't need to be we don't need the situation stated to us. Like, we understand the situation. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not like the biggest fan of Tom because that's all of his articles, in my opinion. And for anybody new to the scene, that's fine. Like, they need to know what's up. But for anybody that's been around for a minute, we need to move past that. We have to have like the welcome to the conversation. And then, hey, once you've got your bearings, go over into that conversation because that's where they're getting work done. And I think that's what I'd like to hear in Tom's stuff rather than he's basically just stating, like talking about stuff that's happening. He's like, he's covering it. He's not offering something new. And that's what I guess I was trying to say in the comment. But we don't have to take the end of the show for that. We can do it on one of your shows if you're down.
Might be able to do that. Yeah, no, I just thought you were saying what the college student had said and whatnot. And I was
No,
I,
I'm 100% talking about Tom.
I got you. I got you.
His tone is always like, see what those antis, like, and then he says gun rights. I hate it when people say it's just annoying to me because it's not accurate. Guns don't have rights. We have rights. Gun owners' rights are what they are. So to me, that's, I mean, like I say, I pick at Tom's stuff because he's one of the few people saying stuff, but nobody challenges, we don't challenge each other. Nobody challenges him. So he's just saying the same thing year after year after year at this point.
Yeah, no, on the topic of Tom, yes, 100% echo chamber there. Yeah, no, I get that one.
I'm also exhausted. I bought a bullet trap. Everybody know what a bullet trap is?
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Big metal
That's how they
thing.
catch those trains in Japan when they get out of control, right?
Right. Big metal thing that has like a snail kind of shape in it, and then you shoot into it. It's like got a tube you shoot into. You see gunsmiths shooting into them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I've shot into them. Like, I played around with them millions of times. I had no idea how heavy they are. So
Yeah,
I bought one and tried to drag it home. They had to put it into the U-Haul. I had to rent a U-Haul. They put it into the U-Haul with a forklift, and I spent the afternoon with my friend trying to drag it out of the U-Haul without a forklift. 750 pounds. It was not fun.
Yeah, he hates you now.
Our local,
he's pissed. It was supposed to be like, hey, can you drive me over to the U-Haul place? And then in an hour and a half, drive me back and I'll, we're done. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Like, that was at 7 a.m., 3 p.m. He like finally leaves with his wife yelling at him. Like, yeah, we're in trouble.
yeah, our local
Exhausted.
our local indoor range has a bullet trap outside because you got to clear your weapon before you go into the range.
Yeah, exactly. This is the kind like you'd have if you were fixing a machine gun, because there's like different sizes. There's like the clearing bucket. There's like, hey, we need to shoot a round into it. And then there's we need to be able to shoot full auto at like 308, like into this thing. And that's the one I bought. I got a great deal, but it is not lightweight by any means. And it turns out the older you get, the weaker and like more worn out you get just by looking at hardware.
It happens, I tell you.
I
But
am not looking forward to tomorrow morning. Like, I'm going to be sore tomorrow morning.
But I do know, somewhere around here, I do know one thing that won't wear you out, and that is gear websites. And Gear Websites is your source for every second matters gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items. And every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right, so it's very important. It's very important that you do that. So,
Thanks for those bugs. Somebody, like, people actually bought stuff lately. I'm not used to it, so I have to say thanks to whoever bought stuff and, like, sorry that it's late because I always, I don't wake up every morning and remember that I have something to ship. It happens frequently, so thanks to everybody who's been ordering.
That's a good deal. All right, so.
Oh, no, this is more like get a forklift and get it out of my yard. This isn't eBay.
So,
Sell it on eBay, but they got to pick it up.
there you go.
Seriously, I'm hoping that a cherry picker will lift it up. Like, I don't know if it'll lift it into a U-Haul, but if I can get it up, into a backup pickup or something with a cherry picker, that might be good.
Cherry picker for like a motor?
Yeah, sorry. Like,
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Well, if it's high enough, like, because this thing is 750 pounds in metal that it's designed to, like, stand it. So it's like 5 foot tall. It's like just big pound thing up in the air. That's the worst part is it's like it's up in the air. It's like 5 feet tall. So it's
I gotcha.
heavy, but anyway.
Put the cherry picker on cinder blocks.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks. I might actually need to do that because I also have sand here. It's not like I have a big concrete pad or anything. So that's actually a good idea. Thanks.
Okay. Well, it might be time. It might be time for this.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4'2" but stands above. Gizzard Gary, a ton of its wives and more to come. Gizzard Gary, loves gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway.
Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here. Meow. All right, so it is time. DJ Play Nice is out there, by the way. Hello, DJ. Vulcan Rumble is also out there. Real quick, if you want to enter the giveaway, # FT334, there's still time. And you might win this Gizzard Gary channel sticker, along with this Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker, which is the last one of these until I get some more ordered because, well, I allowed myself to run out. So you're also going to get, just in time for Christmas, this cool sticker from Excess Sights. Also, this sticker from the good folks at Live Free Armory. And then from our good friend DM Foss, we have, and I believe this is the last one of these I have, the Hell No Kitty sticker. So get it today if you want a Hell No Kitty. Then I do have some more of the Papa Smurfs. And of course, there is the Hens collection. So there is the Snobby's Dairy, straight from the bull. There is Sarge and In Charge. There is the Haterade Thirst Destroyer. And last but not least, there is the Gizzard Gary in the comfy chair. All courtesy of DM Foss. Okay, from We Knife, we have the 10-year anniversary. This was last year, but I still have a few of these left. We Knife Civivi. And then from Ron Wayne's channel, we have the Ron Wayne channel sticker. And we have another sticker from Excess Sights. This is their SHOT Show 2025 Las Vegas sticker. I have a few of those they sent to me. Speaking of Excess Sights, They've also provided us with a patch to give away. It says, I'm seeing them at night, courtesy of Excess Sights. Fastest sights in any light, by the way. Also, courtesy of Stan at SS Pond, we have the Dead Air Silencers patch.
So need that.
And last but not
You need dead
least,
air patches? I can get you some dead air patches when I send you that login.
we have from Gun Owners of America, We Are No Compromise. These were provided by Ron Wayne. He got these at Goals and gave me a bunch of them. So,
Wow.
yeah. And then, as far as I know, these are the last ones of these. So if you're going to have a Thanksgiving party, you better get in this giveaway because I've got a set of coasters. This is the last set of coasters from the good folks at EAA.
What?
And you're not only going to get one, you get a full set, which is 7, count them, 7 coasters. Because, of course, that is the perfect amount of coasters
Hey, when mom and dad want to get busy, have 5 kiddos,
for your party.
you don't judge.
That's right.
We had 6 people over at Halloween, and the 7th person came, and we were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to leave. We don't have coasters." But
Or bring your own coaster. Yeah.
But if they're conjoined twins, it still counts as one person needing a coaster, right?
depends on how many mouths the twins have.
That's a good point.
It's not the hands; it's the mouths.
That's right. Okay, so this is the StreamYard giveaway tool. We have 22 people entered in here. We got 31 watching. I'll give you another few seconds or so if you want to try getting your hashtag in. If you're interested in winning all this. By the way, the winner also receives from Aegis Gun Care their cleaner and lubricant combo kit. So you get a full-size bottle of the Aegis cleaner and a full-size bottle of the Aegis lubricant.
I was just hoping you were going to say koozie.
A koozie?
Yep, an Aegis koozie, but
I
you
don't
didn't say that.
Koozie.
You figure?
I don't even know if they have them. It just sounds like a thing they should have.
They have swag on their website. I don't know if they have that or not.
You figure Jacob has enough of these bottles to fill up that suppressor invention that they made?
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's
He
like take
probably has
a gallon of fluid.
Have a big party. He's got enough for his wedding coming up, I'm sure. Give everybody a EAA coaster.
Have you ever heard of Aegis gun oil? You're soaking in it.
All the groom.
Nobody knows what that is.
That's funny. Yeah, you got to be rather old to remember that. Yeah,
Barbecue definitely doesn't know that one.
Which one?
It's funny stuff.
You're soaking in it. That one.
Yes, you saw that commercial numerous times when watching Price is Right with my grandmother.
Some like old ladies were like, "Hey, do you know what dishwashing oil is or something?" And then it's like, "What?" And you're like, your hands are soaking in it, and it's like, "What? My hands are like."
Yeah,
I don't know how
Palmolive. Yeah, DJ got it. Palmolive.
or whatever.
Yep,
They're having
Palmolive dishwashing. Yeah.
These 2 old ladies are having a conversation, and it's like, "You're soaking in it," and she looks down at her hands, and her hands are in soap. It's like, I guess that was a thing back in the day. Like, oh, I'm just gonna have a conversation with my friend. Let me put my hands in whatever is here, and then like, hey, guess what? You're soaking in soap today.
Yeah, they were at.
That's right. The old lady's name was Madge. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah, they were
beautician.
at a beauty salon or something, getting a pedicure. Is what?
Oh,
or
that
manicure is what it was. Yeah.
Oh, cool deal. Well, I guess we've got 23 people in the giveaway. So
No way.
23 it is. So let's go ahead and do the drum roll.
Do it now.
All right. So
Nailed it.
who's going to be this week's winner? Is it going to be Jacob again, or will somebody dethrone Jacob? It's Ron 2A Matters.
Wow.
Ron 2A Matters, are you out there in the chat? I think you are. I just saw you post a few seconds ago. So
Hello, Ron. You should claim your
let us
prize.
know. You have just dethroned Jacob. There he is. He's out here. All right. So we have a new winner. Sorry, Jacob, you did not win this time.
Congratulations.
All right, very good. Congratulations, Ron 2A Matters, for being the winner of the Fowl Territory 334 prize giveaway, which is, of course, sponsored by the good folks at aegisguncare.com.
Use Aegis lubricant to lube up your heart valves when they are getting sticky. Also use it to get rid of liver spots.
I don't know if that works or not, to tell you the
Probably
truth.
not. Probably not. Should not do any of that.
I have not tried any of that stuff, to tell you the
It
truth.
might help if you're constipated.
It'll do something.
Drink some of that, and you're constipated. You probably run to the bathroom.
You would have to bring something like that up, wouldn't you?
You would.
Why
I relinquished my title tonight.
every time I show my stuff, my camera won't go back into focus. Let me fix
Put your
it.
eyeball really close to it and slowly back up.
That's fine now. I just have to go in, change the resolution, and change it back, and for some reason that fixes it. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. But I do know this. It is time for the second favorite segment of this show. This is where people send stuff into the channel for us to show on a screen. And this week, Ron says, do you need my address or do you still have it? Unless it's changed recently, I do have it. Agorizer says, what about when you show stuff and things? Well, we can do that. Since it is the day before Memorial Day and we are kind of celebrating,
Memorial
we're doing
Day.
a salute, or not
Veterans
Memorial Day, Veterans Day. We are doing
You're
a
welcome.
salute to veterans tonight. So if you want to send pictures of yourself or a family member in a military uniform, you can do that, or you can send regular Gorn, any of that stuff. Ozzy says, I use Aegis. In fact, I'm running low. Strangely enough, there's actually a link in my description where you can go buy. You can even use this QR code if you want to. But I digress. It is time for Show Us Your Gorn. Gorn. So send that Gorn to Gorn, Gorn at gizzardgary.com. That's Gorn at gizzardgary.com. Or you can send it to, you can actually put it on my Discord server. Yes, I have a Discord server. There is a link in the description of my videos if you want to join my Discord server. It's free. So if you do Discord, if you're a gamer, then yeah, get on there and you can be part of the fun. Well, let's see if we got any Gorn out there in the mail. First, we're going to look in the mail, and we do have Gorn, believe it or not. We got some Gorn from a guy named Ozzy. So let's see. Okay, let's get this on the screen. And he says, made my first magazine carrier this week for my SIG P365. What do you think?
There are no barbecue magazines, just barbecue magazine holders.
Hey, that's right. And we can make that a little bigger. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice and strong looking.
Very good. Very good. All right. So Sam of Anarchy is out there. Hello, Gary. How are you doing? And you might need a new camera for your computer. It's not the camera. I just think it's something between it and StreamYard. It loses translation. So, ew. Gross. I have to show that on the screen? Ew. Who we lost barbecue?
Mm-hmm.
Did you kick him off?
No.
This is from Boomstick. He said, would you eat this deer? I'm voting no.
No.
Gross. Oh. Nope. Not eating that one.
I'd be leery about any in the area at that point.
I think so. Okay, this one, you might like this. This is from Justin Grimm. You remember him, right? And he said, "This is jihad proof. Jihad proof yourself, ladies," it says. Now available in New York. Might have to turn off my banner so you can read down there. Jihad proof yourself, ladies. You think that'd work, Rich?
Might. They could probably use it over in the UK too.
Probably. Use it in Dearborn too.
Mm-hmm. And him, Tramick or whatever Moose said it was.
Ozzy wants to know, do you still have the pictures of the stingray skins? I can probably pull them up. Yeah, that's just from last night. So, Guns and Barbecue says it'll give me something to eat. Wow. That's true. Yeah, I'll pull those up for you real quick, Ozzy. I want to get this last one in here. This is from living in Southwest Virginia. He says, I got my JM Marlin Ballard out Saturday and shot the Day at the Range Hilux Challenge. This rifle dates back to the late 1870s and was rebarreled by A.O. Nider sometime between 1920 and 1940.
That's pretty interesting. I don't think I've seen that kind before.
Mm-mm.
Very nice.
I'm guessing that optic is not that old.
Yeah, I would assume the optic's not.
Doesn't look very old.
Yeah, if the optic were that old, it would look like it had a second barrel on top of it.
I like the Little Caesars box that he's using.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes a great shooting mat.
That's a nice touch. I like it. All right, so Ozzy wants me to go back. Let's see. If I could actually type on my keyboard, it would help. Okay, so let me go back into my archive. Stingray skins he wants me to show. So there are 2 pictures in here. 2 new stingray skins. We're going to look at them one at a time. Here is the first one. Kind of interesting looking. And then we've got picture number 2 here. Which I said kind of looked like a ghost mask if it was turned on its side. Except it's a little bit bigger than that.
Well, the 2 holes are actually where the eyes of the stingray would have been.
I want to know where he found a stingray there in Illinois. They have them in the...
Right.
There's a fish museum up in Chicago. I guess he just reached in.
Yeah, he went fishing at the local aquarium.
It's possible. DJ says stingray is expensive and tougher than leather.
And it feels like sandpaper.
DJ says Tandy has them. Denny says that Corvette owner is going to be mad. Calamity Jean says that is so pretty, it would make a pretty wallet. Yeah, it would. Take a pretty penny to buy that wallet too, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go out there and look at the discords. I think that there's something out there. Let me get into my Discord server and see. In fact, it looks like it's been updated recently. So.
Well, you said you wanted Veterans Day pictures.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Let's go ahead and share my Discord screen. This first one is from DM Foss last Tuesday. Doesn't have any kind of caption or anything with it, just a picture.
One World War.
It's just some gun he bought.
Okay. General Bacon of the Breakfast Wars. Wow. Not to be confused with Sir Francis Bacon.
Reminds me of those toys back in the 80s, which were soldiers that were different food items.
Some people will say that was made by AI.
It's possible. I don't think. Yeah, that's all that's new out there on the Discord anyway. So TJ wanted to know, did you get my picture? Let me look back in the email again and see.
That's not a picture. This is a picture.
It might take longer because it's got to come all the way from Australia.
That's right. I do not have anything from you yet, TJ. I do have something from Denny's Plant-Based Journey. Why can't I open this? That's weird. Hold on, I'm having technical issues here.
Those Macintoshes can't open all the files.
Mm-mm.
I guess not. It is not wanting to open this image for some reason. Oh well, we'll do it another way. Okay, so here, that'll work. Okay, so it says, surprised my wife with our new walk-in closet. What do you think?
Nice closet.
Yeah.
If she turns around and punches you, you're in trouble. If she turns around and hugs you, then you've got the best wife.
Mm-hmm.
If she turns around and says, well, where's your guns? Then you know you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Then you pick her up. But then you pick the right wife, because then you get to go buy a bunch more guns.
Okay, so we got another one from Justin Grimm here. And it says, buying a gun is a reverse robbery. You show up to a store with money and they hand you a gun. That's true.
That's why we're like the opposite of criminals.
I never thought of it that way. But that's
And
very...
everybody walks around with, everybody leaves with a smile on their face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Both
Yeah.
you leave the store, they're smiling and you're smiling. So, ruiner's back.
Okay, so now got something from Ron 2A Matters. And I think he's flexing here a little bit. But he says, I have a lot of Aegis gun cleaner. Yeah, I'd say he does. Well, he's got 2 more coming. You should keep them guns nice and clean.
I don't know. It looks unused. He should start using that. I don't know. Does it actually look unused? It just sounded good.
I think you're full of it personally.
No, he's full of it. Look how much he's got there.
Wow. Then we got a picture from a guy who says, I didn't send this. He's not wanting to be identified.
Whoa.
That guy looks familiar.
It can't be Snob. He's got a bunch of hair. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
It's not gray enough to be Snob.
Play at his county fair.
It's just the action involved makes you think Snob right away.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Just kind of an email that says, I didn't send this. Oh, the gun snob is out there.
What did he say?
He says, WTF, I can hear you.
I'm
But
just
did
saying
he
people in
see it?
Oklahoma, I'm just saying people in Oklahoma like to eat corn in
That's
a particular way.
Calamity Gene says, corn. That's right. DJ says, something is wrong with that corn. Yeah, I wish I knew who sent that. I just don't know.
Did you guys talk about the whole like getting rid of the filibuster at all? Did you say that
Have
the
not.
government's open
Do you
again?
have something you'd like to share about it? Because
I don't know nothing about it. I think you guys said when I was logging in, I was half asleep. I drank some coffee when I first jumped in, so I'm feeling better. But
No, they
I brought it
didn't
up on
use.
Thursday.
did
Yeah.
you say that the government's open again though?
But they didn't use the nuclear option. Some of the Democrats caved finally.
Oh, good. That's the best option. Because I don't understand trying to get rid of the filibuster. That like saves so many things, right? Like, why would people want to get rid of the
Yeah.
filibuster? Or at
Also-
least it prevents so many things, right? I guess it prevents stuff more than it saves. So.
Also, on my show on Thursday, Rich was wrong.
About
He
what?
said that you said Democrats used the nuclear option to pass Obamacare, and they did not. I looked up the vote afterwards. They just had a ridiculous majority in the Senate
Mhm.
at the time. They actually had 60 Democrats, so the
Yeah, I
vote
looked
was
it up. It wasn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't Obamacare. I had misspoke. It was another thing back in 2020. I think it was that they tried using the nuclear option, but they had threatened to use the nuclear option because there were some Democrats
yeah.
back then that were against passing Obamacare, but they all got them to cave anyway.
Yep, that's why I said Manchin was always that saving grace with Democrats.
Yeah, and Cinema was to a point because there were some
Yeah.
things where she wouldn't vote on it either.
Yeah, are you going to tell us who sent that after the show at least?
yeah, I'll tell you who sent it.
Sweet.
I am sworn to secrecy. Calamity Gene says, what is the nuclear option? Anybody want to explain that?
It's where the party that has the majority, if they can get enough of them to agree to do it on spending bills and confirmation of presidential appointments, can decide that instead of allowing there to be a filibuster and having to have 60 votes to confirm or pass one of those types of bills, they can make it to where it's just a simple majority.
That's my understanding. Once they do that, the filibuster's done. And actually, Democrats got rid of the filibuster for judge appointments. That's why it's just a majority now. And they're kicking themselves big time over it.
Yeah, they could have done it with the bill earlier, the big beautiful bill, because of that they could have used the nuclear option to get that through if they had to.
So basically, it's just a way of saying like when a party is in power and they decide to really dominate the other party that's not in power, and the filibuster is that ability for the party that's not in power to prevent the party in power from just rolling over everything. And that's the
Right.
concern, is that when you elect a bunch of people on the side that you're not part of, you don't exactly want them to just do whatever they feel like. And that's what the nuclear, I guess, would be. And the like Barbecue is saying, that's not like this time, that's forever. So if that ever happened, there would be no more filibuster, and we would have essentially a bunch of like
the nuclear
real
option,
democracy, the whole like more people vote period.
but it wouldn't do it for all bills. It would only do it for spending bills and like Barbecue saying, like judicial appointments and cabinet position appointments and stuff like that.
All right, real quick. We have a sighting out there in the chat. So everybody get ready. Especially on this salute to veterans. This is totally appropriate. We're going to do this now. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Hi.
I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
All right. Good to see Mario out there, by the way. So, yeah, if you are a veteran of the United States Armed Forces, please throw me a 1 out there in the chat. Let us know who we got veterans out there. Go ahead and call out your name right now. We've got one. We've got one on the panel. We got
Two
a
on the
couple.
panel.
We got two
There's
on the
two on
panel.
the
We have
panel.
Rich White and we have G Webs. They're both Army veterans. Rich has already got his 1 out there. Mario's out there with his 1. We got any others out there? That's right, Pack Rats Attic. Justin Grimm wants to know what's the term limit for chat ruiner. There are no term limits.
It's unlimited, although I think Rich actually won around tonight. I'm going to have to bounce back this week. Be sure to tune into Gizzard's members only chat on Wednesday while I try and get that round back.
TJ Fishing says Australian won. Well,
We'll count it.
we'll count it. Yeah, Kent says thank you for your service. Yeah, definitely thank you for your service, all you veterans out there. Pack Rats Addict says both of us. I was Army and Air Force, and Sheila was Army.
Nice.
Mario says I'm going to be a welfare recipient, getting all that free food. No shame in my game. Nothing wrong with that.
There you go.
So, a few thank you for your services out there. So, definitely, and I also want to put back up, remind everybody that today is the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. So, yeah, for all the Marines out there, I know that Jason Ewing also is a Marine, also Ghost Tactical. Am I missing? Who else am I missing?
Tony.
Okay. I was thinking about people that
Channels people.
watch my stuff, but yeah, Tony, definitely.
Patriot in the dark.
Patriot,
Patriot.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Squibload.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Squib's a Marine?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Come on. Like, he has crayons in his truck. That's not even a joke.
All right. Well, yeah.
We were going to Shields at Thunder on the Prairie. I don't remember why. I think he was actually just digging for something in his center console. And he's like, here, hold these. And it was, I'll give him credit. It was Crayolas at least. At least he's eating the finer things.
That's correct.
I put him on his credit card.
Yeah, Ozzy mentions Ghost. I mentioned Ghost earlier. Packrat says J Delta 22 NC was Army. That's correct. I forgot that. Yeah.
I always like to, on Veterans Day, thank the Navy and the Air Force for dragging our mail around and luggage and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's nice of them.
In the rides, places, you know.
Yeah, they drive us places. That's nice of them.
Mm.
And if you saw my thumbnail, I had logos for all 6 branches of the armed forces, including Space Force. They actually have an insignia too. So
Space
I don't
Force
know if we have any Space Force veterans out there or not. But.
Not yet. Not yet. Space Force is critical, though. That's something that everybody jokes about, but it was, I mean, think about cyber and think about actual space. Like,
3-Eye Atlas is coming.
But we have every other country on the planet who are either our allies or our adversaries, and they have their eyes in space also. So us finally creating a branch for that is pretty epic. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Justin Grimm says, giving free lunches to all the veterans tomorrow. I do it every year. Well, that's very nice. Mario says, thank you, Air Force, for giving us a ride to all the exotic third world countries.
Mm-hmm.
Backrat says, you mean space cadets. I don't know. As time goes on, that I agree with G-Webs. It's going to be more and more important. So,
They have balls. Space balls.
I don't know nothing about them other than listening to some interviews and stuff. So I don't know like the whole thing with them leaving Colorado and going to Georgia or wherever they went. So I don't have an opinion on that, but definitely going to be curious as time goes on. See what
They have
kind
a
of,
pretty sweet K-bar.
yeah, for sure. And that other thing, that like bar thing, like another knife looking thing.
The one YouTube channel I watch, it's a veterans information channel. He's got on his wall logos for each of the branches of the military, their logos. And for the Space Force, he used the Star Trek one.
Nice.
DJ says, wish Space Force had started in the 60s.
Those uniforms would have been tight back then.
Yeah, they would have.
Mhm.
That is for sure. All right. So Mario says, beam me up, Scotty. So a special treat, real quick. And I'm going to have to switch up my stage here to do this. So if you see the background change, just
Get excited.
it's going to change to early bird chat for a second here. So we're going to go back in time a ways here. And I guess I'm going to have to, I don't know why it took two people off the stage when I did that.
That is
weird.
interesting.
But if I can find this.
I'm certainly glad to hear that you're starting the early bird chats again, and we're going to have a Sunday morning show again.
It's a good thing.
Ask
need
the
to-
gentlemen to remove their hats because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play our national anthem in honor of the veterans of the United States Armed Forces.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. So a little bit of going back in time to the old early bird chat there. So, all right. So thank you, veterans, all of them out there, for everything you do. I certainly do appreciate it. Mario says, every time I hear the national anthem, or every time the national anthem plays, I think of my brothers I lost in Iraq. DJ says, when you change brands on StreamYard, it does that. It's a total pain in the ass, Gizzard Gary. I'm a guest on a clip show, and the host is forever juggling that with the way he has stuff set up. Well, I was going to bring that file into the Fowl Territory brand, but I don't have the file anymore. So that's the only way I could play it. So figured we'd at least make it work that way. So that being the case, and with us only having we're about 25 minutes into the show, so let's go ahead and segue. I love that word, segue, to the last portion of the show, and that is called What Did You Learn? And in this part of the show, I ask each of my panelists what they learned during tonight's episode and then give them a chance to plug their channels or whatever else they'd like to plug. And we're going to go backwards this evening. Let's go to Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn?
I learned that the gun snub eats his corn long ways.
I've heard that. All right. So, what have you got coming up? You got a show this week, right?
I do. Supposed to do a Thursday night show every Thursday. That way, Justin Grimm does not have to get a life. He has sworn me to it. He does not want to have a life on Thursdays, so I'm supposed to do a show. That and Gary and Boss. I'm pretty sure they'll beat me up if I don't do one either. They're pretty adamant that I'm supposed to do things like that. So, yeah, there's that. But that's all I really have. I should start making some content for the 2A is Blind channel again. Now that I found an editor that I like. Oh, and Saturday, Brooke Cheney does a chat called Mental Health Matters, and I will be guest on there this Saturday. So if you want to see if I ruin that, tune in.
All right. Well, thank you for being here as always. G-Webs, what did you learn tonight?
I don't know if I learned nothing, but I want to say thanks to the Marines for being 250 years old. It's always cool.
Yes, sir.
Hit a round number like that or whatever. So pretty neat.
All righty.
Thanks
Well,
for hosting.
thank you for being here. And once again, thank you for your service. And that brings us to Rich White. What did you learn?
I learned that Justin Grimm is very charitable on giving free lunches to all veterans on Veterans Day.
That's correct.
Good move,
man.
sir.
So, what have you got coming up? You going to do a show?
I don't know if we're going to have a show Sunday because Amy told me we have some kind of function or something that with her employer they're doing that we have to go to that day. So I don't know if we're going to be back in time. If not next Sunday, then we'll do it next Tuesday. And that'll be This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel. So it's either going to be Sunday or Tuesday next week. I can't guarantee which one it'll be at this point in time.
Big surprise.
All righty. Well, thank you for being here. And once again, thank you for your service. And we have been joined by me.
Is myself and Irene there too, or?
I don't see them. I only see me.
Is it the Frank or the beans?
So, what do you have to say
Oh,
for
wrong-
yourself? Did
wrong
you learn
sh-
anything
dang
during
it.
tonight's show?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't learn anything. I learned that y'all mistake some weird dude with a corn cob as me. I don't know where you got that.
Looked like a real young you. You want to promote anything while you're on here?
I mean, I hate to come on and just promote, but yeah, go watch my reviews channel. I've been putting a ton of content up there. It's scheduled out of the rest of the month. That's all.
And that is called TGS Reviews.
No. I changed the name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
What is
TGS Tool Reviews. I'm trying to start a tool channel over there.
Oh.
It's still just mainly Amazon video. It's still
The biggest one is talking.
So, do you have anything you wanted to say? Did you want to sing for us before we leave? Or
I would, but I don't want to run the national anthem. So
that's true. That would kind of put a downer on everything. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd like to say thank you to the panel for tonight's show. Thanks to our veterans out there for everything you do. And thanks to everybody watching tonight, whether you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or X.com, or if you're watching in replay, you might even be on Rumble. So thanks for doing that. And a special thanks to my channel members on YouTube for their support in keeping this channel going. I certainly do appreciate every one of you. For you channel members, Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central, the members only chat. That is right after Ron Wayne's members chat, which is 1 hour prior to that. And there is a special thing coming up on that. We'll be back for Fowl Territory next week, Monday night, 9 p.m. Central. So we'll see everybody then. And I want to leave you with this very important tidbit. And that is, if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary on behalf of my panel. And I'm saying good night. And you guys say good night, and I'll hit the end button.
Good night.
And I'll hit the end button.
End button.
all right.
End scene.
Cut.
Happy Veterans Day, everybody.